Right, here we go. Now, if you catched what was going on and the other one, some crazy shit was going on where the fucking thing just kept going crazy and just was not. It was pretty much at a complete dead still in some things and dropping frames like crazy. And my assumption is that it was YouTube. We're gonna find out. I did a couple of things, tweaked a couple of things, made sure that there was nothing draining my flow on the internet. I also updated OBS, so it's possible that it was even OBS itself. But it's very odd that it was only doing this only on here on YouTube. It's only was doing that on here on YouTube, not anywhere else. So I find that very peculiar. But we're about to find out. I'm gonna pick up right where I left off, which is right here on Sneeko right here. It's a Reddit TikTok cringe compilation. Now, you're going to pick up on this video and be like, hey, man, what happened to all the stuff before that? Well, you know what? I said some things towards the end of that I can't have on YouTube. So if you want to hear me say some things like that, go check out my Rumble, because that's where you're going to hear me say a lot of things that I can't say over here. Anyway, let's light up our joints. Get up in. Fuck, I think I put the wrong OP video. It's still to these people's channels, so be sure to check it out.
A drop of testosterone in their body. The way that they smile, the way that they talk to you, how high pitched their voice is. It's like, whoa. And it's just so nice. It's just so soothing and pleasant. Like you order something, oh, okay, and you're like, oh, and you just want to protect them. Just naturally, you feel more like a man because you want to protect and you want to provide for her. You just want to create that nice environment for this beautiful feminine woman. And then you realize there, like, the amount of bullshit that you need to put up with these women in America, how combative they are, and everything in the culture is steering them away from being feminine. It's like no, it's just the Cardi B thing. You need to be the tip-top guy in order to make a woman submit. But women are happy to just do that in Japan. None of them have their cleavage out. They're not showing too much like skin. They're dressed extremely girly with their dresses and their fingernails. And like someone was walking around with cat ears because it's goofy. Why am I putting up with women who want to be men at the same time?
Now I know why he's talking that shit. He's on that bitch's show.
Clean the sewers, there's no question about it.
Oh, I'm gonna clean the sewers for $100,000 a year.
I'd rather to first one.
you don't want to do the dangerous, dirty jobs.
I know.
So could that possibly be why so many women earn less money than men?
Yep.
So is that based on discrimination or based on choice?
And choices.
All right, thanks for paying your rent this month. Go ahead and sign here. It's just going to ask you a couple of questions.
A tip? I'm not tipping my landlord.
So you'll tip a barista who pours overpriced coffee into a cup, but not the guy who's on call 24/7 to make sure you have a safe home.
I'm not tipping you. This isn't a restaurant.
Okay, so you'll tip an extra 25% for somebody to carry you a basket of chicken wings, but you won't tip someone who responds for after-hours emergency calls? Yep. Well, I guess when it's time for your lease renewal, I'm going to make sure gratuity is included in your rent. It's a little tip I learned from Two Guys Take on Real Estate.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, enough of this. I got a show to host. Let's get this on the road. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just one moment.
I got a feeling,
Oh Lord,
that tonight's gonna be a good night.
Lord,
That
have
tonight's gonna
mercy.
be a good
God, have mercy upon our soul for him doing that. Jesus Christ. Lord.
I mean, I would only just add that, you know, we have spoken to people who have been sacked that used to be in content moderation, and we've spoken to people very recently who were involved in moderation, and they just say there's not enough people to police this stuff, particularly around hate speech in the company. Is that
What
something
hate
that you
speech
want
are you
to
talking
address?
about? I mean, you use Twitter.
Right.
Do you see a rise in hate speech?
I mean,
But just a personal anecdote, like what do you? I don't.
personally, my for you, I would see I get more of that kind of content, yeah, personally. But I'm not going to talk to the rest of for the rest of Twitter.
You
But
see more
personally,
hate speech personally.
I would say I would see more hateful content in that.
Content you don't like or hateful? What do you mean to describe a hateful thing?
Yeah, I mean, you know, just content that will solicit a reaction, something that may include something that is slightly racist or slightly sexist, those kinds of things.
So you think if something is slightly sexist, it should be banned?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying.
Well, I'm just curious. I'm trying to understand what you mean by hateful content, and I'm asking for specific examples. And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
Well, you've asked me whether my feed, whether it's got less or more. I'd say it's got slightly.
I would want to know what this dude is talking about and seeing, or, you know, at least searching for, in the very least, that his feed pops up a whole bunch of hateful shit, because I don't have a singular fucking bit of that kind of anecdote. I don't have anybody popping up in my feed. I have a Twitter, and I don't have nobody popping up in my feed saying anything about anybody in a hateful way. I see a lot of political banter and back and forth bullshit, but nothing too crazy.
More.
That's why I'm asking for examples.
Right.
Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use. Honestly, I
You
don't.
can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why. Because I don't actually use that for you feed anymore. Because I just don't particularly like it.
But you
And
said
actually,
you-
a lot of people are quite similar. I only
Well,
look at
hang
my
on a second.
following.
You said you've
my
seen
following.
more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And
Well, then how did you see the hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen for you hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
You can't give a single one.
And I'm saying
Then I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet, and yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
that's false.
No, what I claimed.
You just lied.
What I claimed was there are many organizations that say that kind of information is on the rise. Now, whether it has on my
Give me
feed
one
or
example.
not. I mean, right, and
Literally
you can
can't
look at
name
something
one.
like the Strategic Dialogue Institute in the UK. They will say that. So
Look, people will say all sorts of nonsense. I'm literally asking for a
Right.
single example, and you can't name one.
Right, and as I already said, I don't use that feed. But
Well, then how would you know that?
I don't think this is getting anywhere.
You literally said you experienced more hateful content, and then couldn't name a single example.
Right, and as I said,
that's absurd.
I haven't actually looked at that feed.
Then how would you know this hateful content?
Because I'm saying that's what I saw a few weeks ago. I can't give you an exact example. Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time.
Well,
This dude, he got busted. He got caught. He got busted. You, sir, are a dumb cunt.
You dumb cunt!
You cannot fucking function when you fucking come up. If you're trying to lie to someone, it doesn't matter how smart the person is you're lying to. That lie is going to unravel. It does not matter what that lie is. That lie is going to come undone. It will be breaking anything that you have. This dude's a fucking idiot. If there ever was such a person that was just stupid, this guy's fucking stupid.
COVID misinformation.
COVID misinformation. Oh
my God!
please stop this shit. Please. 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 This is horrible. There's doctors that are not a part of the fucking bullshit that are like, hey, look, something's going on there. I don't know what it is, but something's going on there. Don't go and get the jab. They've said that. There's certain doctors saying that. And it's like, all right, clearly this is not a even consensus here. With the other shit that's coming out about other shit, it's like, I don't know about that.
Amazing.
You've changed the COVID misinformation.
Has
rules.
BBC changed its COVID misinformation?
The BBC does not set the rules on Twitter, so I'm asking you.
No, I'm talking about the BBC's misinformation about COVID.
I'm literally asking you about, you changed the labels.
He couldn't fucking say that. I'm not a big fan of just anybody, but Elon has something about him that is just fucking hilarious. And he may be a fucking alien, man. I don't know, but it's something fucking hilarious. And he's weaponized every ounce of his body against people who are just ignorant. Not lefties, not righties, just people who are ignorant. It doesn't matter who it is. If they're coming at him with some stupid shit, he's gonna fuck that shit up. He is gonna he is gonna fuck that shit up. I don't know, man. There's some people that are just mentally superior than other people. And to lie to that person is a dumb idea. Fucking horrible idea.
The COVID misinformation labels, there used to be a policy, it then disappeared. Why do that?
Well, COVID is no longer an issue. Does the BBC hold itself at all responsible for misinformation regarding masking and side effects of vaccinations, and not reporting on that at all? And what about the fact that the BBC was put under pressure by the British government to change its editorial policy? Are you aware of that?
This is not an interview about the BBC.
Oh, so. You thought it wasn't?
I see now why you've done Twitter Spaces. I am not a representative of the BBC's editorial policy. I want to make that clear. Let's talk about something else. If you want to talk about the BBC,
you too.
All right. Let's talk about something else.
You weren't expecting that.
Let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about something else.
I've tried to make this video like 3 times and I always end up crying.
Oh, hold on before we get to Miss Red Nose here. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer here. I need to just say, This guy did not want to talk about anything whatsoever. Not one bit. He didn't want to talk about nothing. Nothing. That's just too funny. That has me fucked up, man. That has me fucked up. Okay. Let's get going. Let's keep going. Oh man, I gotta light this up.
Crying.
Oh, she gonna cry.
I don't know anything about the 1975. I've never listened to them. I've heard kind of like some things about Maddie or whatever the hell his name is, but I never had my head in that direction, as much as I probably should have because he's very problematic. But I don't have friends that are racist. I don't date people that are racist. I don't date people that are transphobic or homophobic. I don't have friends that are transphobic and homophobic. And when this whole rumor thing started with her and Maddie, I was like, whatever, And then I started doing some research and I thought, there's no way. There's no way Taylor Swift would ever date a D-bag like this guy. But to see him there last night, and then to see that whole little thing that went on, and people are like, well, maybe they're just really good friends. That doesn't justify it. You can't be friends with racist and misogynist and anti-Semites and bigots and transphobes. Like, you can't be friends with them. You can't collaborate with them. If I walked around...
Now here's the thing, and this can piss anybody off if they want. I don't give a flying fuck. Um, Depending on how they said the N word, if it was with an A at the end of it, not an ER, but an A, that is a term of endearment for a lot of people of all skin colors in certain neighborhoods. Certain neighborhoods. In the neighborhood that I grew up in, it was very common for a white dude to be doing that, saying that. For Mexican to be saying that, an Asian to be saying that, black people to be saying that. The reason why is because we use it as a term of endearment for a male, a man, a dude, a guy, oh, your homie. That is a dude. It's just another, it's like a term of endearment. That's all it is. Technically speaking, it's all that terminology is. Now, if he used an ER, whoever this dude is, then yeah, you're talking about a dude who's got some closeted prejudice in his life.
around saying the N-word, it would not be okay. And as somebody that, sorry, and as someone that looks like me, when I hear that word, it should make my skin crawl. And I should call out everybody that uses that word. That's how I feel today. You don't get to do that salute, sir. My spouse is Jewish. Her grandparents were there. It's not cute. You don't get to use that sign. And you shouldn't be friends with people that use that sign. You shouldn't be collaborating. You shouldn't be dating. Like, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
What a weirdo. You base your life off of Taylor Swift. You're a strange person.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's mental illness. It's gotta be. Done with that motherfucker.
I'm definitely not going to pick music over my spouse, over hatred and racism. I feel like I'm the only one who feels this way.
Oh god, you're crazy.
I will not pick music over my spouse, over what's right. And where that leaves me, I don't know. I don't know. But my heart is broken.
Oh my god.
My heart is broken.
You crazy. Crazy as fucking hell. I really wish. Oh, see, there it goes. There it goes. It's just going like crazy. I thought it was something else, but it's not. It's clearly not. So, don't know what's going on with this shit. Can't figure it out. Anyway, I guess I'm just gonna have to go with the flow. I'm probably, honestly, if this is gonna be fucking a normal thing for YouTube doing this, I'm probably not gonna be doing YouTube that much. Like once a week, I might upload a video instead. Start doing that. That's very stupid. Very stupid. How much could a woodchuck chuck wood if a woodchuck could chuck? Ask yourself that. And I've been asking myself that for quite some time now. That kind of random ass shit I expect the fucking president to start saying here soon. The shit that he's been saying, I've been expecting him to say that here soon. You know how much a woodchuck could chuck wood? Does he got ice cream? Oh man, I'm going to hell. That dude's there's something really wrong with him. They really need to get him checked out for real. Like, yeah, there's he's got a presidency. Yeah, there's another side, but check him out, man. Check him out. time for him to enjoy his. I had a thought just. Hear me out. What if? What if? What if this whole time, this so-called, uneasy shift has been intentional? What if politicians of both the left and right have created this uneasy thing intentionally so that way they could fool an outside source that we are domestically weak and get them to do something that could get the war machine pumping into their country? If it's justified, then it's justified. Because it wasn't that long ago, man, you would see Republicans and Democrats, other political parties that would get a voice every now and then. They would all have a way of discussing things. It'd be interesting. You don't see that no more. No more bipartisan type things and shit. Cheers. Brought a tear to my eye. All right. Whew. Fuck me, man.
Gonna do midday. Gonna do terrorist hunt. Kill on sight. We are clear to fucking kill some caps back. Let's keep it at what? They can be both. Highly trained. That's some Metal Gear Solid shit right there. Is that the over? No. Just pull out the gun. Oh, I'm doing. What the fuck is going on? Where, where was he at? Fuck, where was he at? I looked everywhere, man. Where was he at? Where he was at. There was nobody there. There was nobody fucking there.
Over here! It's one of them!
What? He snuck up on me, man. Scared the shit out of me. And I hear it so much louder than y'all can hear it. It scared the shit out of me. Oh man, that was funny. That was hilarious. He snuck right up on me too. He was like, "It's over here!" And scared the fucking hell.
It's one of them! It's one of them! I see enemy!
Man, y'all hit like fucking stormtroopers. What the?
Over here! I see enemy!
Where?
It's one of them! Over here! It's one of them! Over here! He's one of them! Over here!
Come on. You know you wanna. You know you wanna. I think. Fucking trigger would fucking. Wow. Oh, search area is like really. Where's that? Well, I have no idea where the. It does say work in progress. You know, that's why I bought the game because I want to contribute to this game. I feel like this game is going to be a really good game. I just, you know, want to play around on it, have some fun, enjoy it once. You know, still in this raw stage because I clearly have not killed 20. I wouldn't really necessarily count for that. And saying that the main are going to be here. I'm going to look elsewhere now just to see.
We need the backup.
No.
Over here. It's one of them.
Ten enemies remain. Where?
Over here! I see enemy! He's one of them! I see enemy!
Hey,
It's one of them!
man, does have vehicles here?
I see enemy!
gonna call it here. You folks stay nice and stony. I think this thing needs to get some bugs worked out of it before I do this entirely too much more. Anyway, till then, you folks stay nice and stony.